Well, hello. BB Big Daddy, how's it going? Meowth Fan, how's it going? Frogia, how's it going? Pro Man, how's it going? This is better than Endgame, I agree. There's someone walking around upstairs, and it's gonna be bugging me for like the next year when I'm streaming here. So, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. I got myself a soda. I don't have my camera, otherwise I would do a soda review. This is the Mountain Dew Kickstart Energizing Raspberry Citrus flavor. There's the can opening ASMR for you. And I'm gonna drink a little bit of this. That's actually pretty good. I don't think I've had that flavor before. And it looks like the color is pink, like very pink. Oh yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. French, not French, god damn it. Mexican, Revolution, I believe is what it was, or like Mexican Independence Day. One of those. Victory over the French Empire. Interesting. Nice. Someone's walking around. Someone's stomping upstairs, and I can hear them. It's pretty loud. Okay, you're probably gonna be hearing that throughout the stream. It'll be fine as long as you can hear my voice over that. It'll be fine. You're gonna wake up at 5 a.m. Why? Who the heck wakes up at 5 a.m. for school? I have to be at work at 8:45 a.m. and I'm freaking, what do you call it? People who live like 2 hours out of town. Yeah, why would you live 2 hours from a freaking school? That's a bad idea. Okay, time to edit. I need my caffeine to help me do this. I've caffeine helps force me to do stuff. So yeah. I gotta figure out. So yeah, I was just looking up Cinco de Mayo. Let's close out a bunch of stuff. I gotta look up a frickin' Pluto for this video. I need a screenshot of let's get a screenshot. Pluto. Poor Pluto. I'll save that to screenshots. There we go. And then I can find that in my screenshots folder and drag it in here. What game should you play on your computer that you have on Steam? I don't know what's on your Steam, man. I could look it up right now. Let's go to Pro Man's he's playing Doki Doki Literature Club right now. Let's look at his profile. Let's look at what games he has. He got Cross out. I've never even heard of that. Don't play Factorio. That's freaking Cracktorio. You haven't played Half-Life at all. Play the original Half-Life, man. Original Half-Life is really good. Yeah. I'd say Half-Life. Or maybe like get some Half-Life mods after you beat it. I don't know. Cool stuff. Cool collection. Got a new computer. What did you get any games, or are you just using it as a work thing? And I can guarantee Half-Life will run on your computer. Oh, I need BeamNG. I need the automation to go with it, so you can make cars and then what do you call it? Make cars and then drive them in BeamNG. Because that's a lot of fun. Poor Pluto. There's a small problem. Tell me. It's test week. Oh, right. Everyone I know is like doing finals. And yeah, that sucks. I am not in school right now, so I don't have tests. I just have regular work until like early June. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you see that? That like flicker? That happened to me earlier and I didn't know what caused it. And I did this I wrote this script for this video and I thought that pandas weren't bears. I thought they were marsupials for whatever reason. I think I was mixing them up with koalas or something. I don't know. It just says animal. That's freaking. I don't know. Something in my head told me that pandas weren't bears for whatever reason. Also, I did a little research on these things, and I learned that humans at this point should just stop trying to conserve pandas because it's a freaking lost cause. Because pandas suck at being animals or like living and like evolving. I don't know how to explain it, but like there's a lot of reasons that pandas should have gone extinct like 100 years ago. What's the difference between Half-Life and Half-Life Source? Half-Life Source runs in the Source engine, and that's the only difference. If you have Half-Life Source, I recommend that one because the flashlight's nicer, and that's basically it. I gotta zoom in real quick. Zoom. Enhance. Let's zoom a little more. Oh shit. Yeah, pandas just kind of suck as being animals. Like, yeah. They don't their breeding, their lifespan, they have about 5 cubs in their whole life. They if there are twins born, they only care for one of them. Uh they suck at nutrients, like they will only eat bamboo and that doesn't have enough nutrients for like a bear, like an actual bear. What else? There's a lot of reasons. These are way too fast. Jesus. Okay. Ease in. Let's see how that works out. Hold on. These are there's some weird curvature issues in these things that I want to fix. Oh shit. I just want the scale to like be fixed because the scale is causing me issues. Let's see this. Whoa, 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 that's not right. Hold on. What the heck just happened? Okay, let's try this again. Why does it do that? Hold. I'm not doing that. That's bizarre. Something about my normally uninteresting average voice that you really like. That's a weird sentence. Just uninteresting average voice. I don't know. I wouldn't say I have an average. I guess I do have an average voice. I'm just soft spoken. It's yeah. I don't know. I've got a lot of voices. I don't do them much on stream because I don't have them like fleshed out. And I'm embarrassed. I'm too embarrassed to do voices, you know. You got a printer that has an expired cartridge. Those suck, dude. Printers suck. I hate printers with a burning passion. They're so cheap device wise, and then the ink is just like extortion to get it. That's why you have to buy like, what do you call it, like aftermarket frickin' third party cartridges. I need let's do season 1 episode 1. Okay. This show sucks, by the way. I don't like this show, and that's why I'm talking about it. I don't like it. I don't it's terrible. New series, by the way. This is I got this episode apparently the first time it ever aired. Like I got the original. There's a conspiracy in this show though. There's like some crazy let's see, what resolution are these at? Okay, they're at 1080p. Coolio. So I don't have to scale them back up. Also, I don't know how this show got 4 seasons. Like, it's not good. I don't know if kids watch it. I don't think kids watch it. I gotta go to my work, which is an elementary school. I gotta ask around to a bunch of kids, say like, "Hey, do you watch We Bare Bears? Because I don't know if kids watch it, so I gotta learn." I do like the theme song though. It doesn't like, I don't know. It doesn't fit the show. I mean, nothing fits the show. There's no like theory or not theory, but like theme to the show. I don't know how to explain it. Also, all these freaking episodes. Yeah, it just slowly, it was really slow that dawned on me like how bad this show was. Ever wanted to shoot someone? What? That's a weird question, and no. It is really boring. That's my main point in this show. Like the characters are boring. The plot ideas for the episodes are really cool. Like if you made, I make it a point in this video. Like if you made this, oh god, If you made this show and like any episode of this show into an episode of SpongeBob, it would be a fantastic episode of SpongeBob, but nah. The characters are so uninteresting in this show that they're they just are boring to watch. The hell are you talking about, Frogia? Okay, let's do one from season 2. Just random pick, random. Also, this is like the default style for a cartoon. Like if you're making a cartoon, this is the default style. Oh god, I closed out the freaking main timeline. Give me a sec. What are these kinds of files? I don't even know. No. Klgree, how's it going? How do you say that? Klgree. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that an L or is that an I? I'll figure it out. Let's do a ripple edit. Klgree. Okay. That's what I thought. Oh, I need Nichujo. The you know that one anime. I have it downloaded actually, which is helpful. I don't remember where I have it saved though. Is it under downloads? Give me a sec. While you listen to my freaking neighbors upstairs. Yeah, I have it. Okay. We need this. We need this show. I don't know if you've ever heard of Nichujo. But it's a nice anime. A very anime-esque anime. Like let's take a look at it. I'm not gonna like play the episode. I'm just gonna show off like some visuals and scale it up to scale the frame size. There it is. It's very cutesy. That's the word I just used to describe it. Anime is good. I just make fun of it because it's fun to make fun of things. You want to, just haven't had the time yet. It's not dubbed, and I don't like watching anime that's not dubbed because it's hard to especially if it's an action show, like it's hard to pay attention to like what's happening visually and then read at the same time. I haven't seen Endgame. Iron Man dies, Black Widow dies, and I don't think you see Captain America again. I think he gives up being Captain America. Sorry, spoilers. I love doing that. I'm such an asshole. I think Thanos dies, if I remember. What's copyright? Hello? What, saying Iron Man dies out loud is copyright? I don't see a notification showing up on stream saying that I have a copyright claim on it yet. I'm sorry, Meowth fan, if you haven't seen it. Endgame made lots of money. It did. It's like second place for highest box office thing or something. I don't know. It was like 2 billion in first weekend or first week of yeah. I gotta get a freaking clip of My Little Pony because I talk about it in this. So let me open up my downloader thingy. What do I have? Oh, because I did my house video. I was like, why do I have Phineas and Ferb, a clip from Phineas and Ferb on my download list? Well, there you go, Meowth fan. I just saved you $7 and a trip to the movie theater. I'm sorry. You didn't try hard enough. For movies that I do care about the spoilers, I usually go see within the first week, and then movies that I don't care, I don't actually go watch, and then I just look up the spoilers. Like when I went to see Star Wars Episode 7, I went to see it like the week it came out, and then I had no idea that like Han Solo died and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool. It was a nice surprise when that happened. Detective Pikachu is going to be actually like it actually looks pretty good. As much as people like to make fun of it when the first trailer came out, like it actually looks like a fun time to go watch. Marvel or DC? That's a good question. I kind of hate both because they're so corporate at this point, like that there's no passion behind Marvel movies or DC shows or whatever. It's just like corporations. Well, it looks like, oh yeah, the Sonic movie looks like garbage. I what do you call it? They're trying to like copy Detective Pikachu. I know that for a fact. Pokemon doesn't really have a big plot or whatever. Yeah, Sonic doesn't really have a big plot either. They should do a Sonic the Hedgehog movie game. Okay. I like the idea. shit. I gotta find like a good clip. Oh yeah, the what do you call it? When I talk about this show having like the default cartoon style, I'm talking about the infamous, you know, Cal art style that people talk about. I just don't like Sonic should have been smooth. They should have kept him smooth like they did for like the Smurfs, you know? Smooth blue. It looks good. Like Sonic has always been smooth. And then all of a sudden you make him like a fur ball. And yeah. Yeah, I just relate Sonic to a Smurf. They're both blue. So yeah, they are both blue and they both should be smooth. Someone is freaking. Can you hear that? Yeah, it's loud. Hold on. This looks awful. I can't find a smooth Sonic. I want to see him like normal. No, they had to give him like HD fur. Okay, like this, hold on. Give me a second. This is as far as I'm willing to go for furriness in a Sonic. Like that's not that furry. Like there's a little bit of like texture drawn on, but that's not like hair going on, you know? There's you can see the fur texture, but it's smooth. That's the point. It's smooth. But then you have the frickin' oh, redesign? Sonic movie images. You'd have the frickin' hair, like the nasty ruffled like comb. Get a frickin' hairbrush, dude. He needs to be smooth. He is a smooth man. He only has 5 strands of hair. Exactly. Just really thick, really thick strands of hair. Like thick at the base and then they get pointy. They're spikes. They're supposed to be spines. Why don't they just get like a regular hedgehog, you know? And what else do I need? I'm gonna need a picture. I might have one downloaded. I'm losing track of all my the stuff that I have on my computer, you know? Because I have so much. I have like 4.5 terabytes of disk space on my computer, so I can fill that up like crazy, and I'm running out of the idea of like what I have in my like picture folders and stuff. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Hold on. Ah, resorted. No. Where the hell did it go? Here it is. No, I lost it again. I scrolled too far. Okay, there it is. Do I have... I might have it. Do I have copies of the My Little Pony episodes? I may not. I don't think I do on this computer. Just to check, though. I don't think I do. Damn it. But I do have one episode. Damn it. Okay, neat. This is the full episode too. So, let's see if... Oh shit. Wait, this is actually a perfect clip. I don't even need a... Give me a sec. Scale to frame size. God damn, people upstairs need to sit down. Like, take a load off your feet for once in a while. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear the freaking stomping? Or is it just like really loud for me and that's it? That is loud, yeah. So I'm not just freaking complaining about nothing. Identity 5? I don't know what that even is. You can hear it. God damn. I'm looking up Identity 5. Is that like, supposed to be like Persona 5 or Identity Persona kind of similar thing? Identity 5. So it's a mobile game? That's interesting. And it's free. Interesting. But is it on PC? Because I don't want to play games on my phone. It's like Dead by Daylight. I haven't played Dead by Daylight and I want to. I mix that game up with Dying Light. Like every time I hear someone say Dead by Daylight, I think like Dying Light, the Dead Island people made that one. That's a really good game too. That I haven't beaten, that I need to beat with one of my friends who I've been playing the game with. The show was good. I don't know what happened to it because I stopped watching it after a little bit. I'm gonna be really mad if Hasbro is like, yeah, you used a clip of our show, we get to claim that. We get to put a copyright claim on that. I bet they will. Been playing 62 days of Doki Doki Literature Club. How many? Hold on. Let's go back to your profile. Let's do by playtime. How the fuck do you have 700 hours in Doki Doki Literature Club? That's actually insane. You're an insane person. I'm sorry to say, but you need to be diagnosed with insanity and prescribed anti-insanity treatments. That's nuts, dude. You nutcase. Oh, it's like sweltering in this room. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go to BRB screen. I might turn on the AC real quick because it's like 80 degrees. It's not 80 degrees. It's pretty hot in here though. It's not good. Give me a sec. I am back. The fan is running, so you might hear that for a little bit. It was like 75 degrees in here. Yeah, no wonder I'm sweating. Anyway. I ran the AC for a little bit before, but when it was like freaking 80 degrees in here, I was playing VR games, so I was working up a sweat anyway. And then it was hot on top of that, so I was just like dying. So, yeah. Let's see. Where did I pull in? I didn't pull in that video I just downloaded. Let me find that. Number 999 by Nepo. What? What is it? What? I'm editing. I'm not making music right now. I don't even know the names to lo-fi songs, so there's a really good song if you've ever heard of Tut Tut Child. A really good song by him is Hummingbird. That's one of my favorite EDM songs. Let's see. Here it is. Plus, I don't want to listen to stuff on stream lest I get a copyright claim. Because almost every song that I play on stream ends up getting claimed. Which, you know, is understandable. iPhone or Android? Android. I enjoy using like Apple computers, but not Apple phones or Apple like iPads or anything like that. But I have a MacBook for just school stuff usually, or like work. Apple or pear? Probably pear. Pears are good, but they go rotten really fast, so you have to eat them quick. If it's a mashup of a few things, who gets a claim to it? Nobody. The person who made the mashup gets the claim to it. Because that's how fair use works. Best cartoon ending. Ed, Edd and Eddy Big Picture Show. Hands down. I had that answer at the ready. Like, I didn't even have to think about that because I know exactly, yeah. Ed, Eddy Big Picture Show is the best ending to any cartoon ever. Which I would like to talk about it someday, but at the same time, like, it's been talked about so much that, that, you know, it would be kind of useless to make a video on it because it's been, like, whatever I could say has been said before. I'll install update. Okay. Do I still watch Steven Universe? I don't watch reruns of it, but I do watch it when an episode comes out. Frickin', hold on. Let me find... Let's go through a couple of these and see, I'm like looking through this one. Okay, this is the one that I want. I kind of hate that I like know what the plot to each one of these episodes is just by the title. Favorite fusion? Opal. Yeah, if I ever play Scribblenauts, I don't, but I want to. I'm waiting for the Steam sale, which is coming up pretty soon. How much Scribblenauts right now? Scribblenauts Unlimited is 20 bucks, but it probably will go on sale for, I'm gonna guess, like less than $10 soon. I hate, you know what? This bugs me, like having to read through all of these like copy paste frickin' Steam reviews. I don't like those. I just like this is literally just copy and paste, but I like something like this where it's just kind of straight to the point, just a couple paragraphs. Oh god, Steam reviews are frickin' Steam reviews are kind of a pain in the ass to look at. But yeah. Frogia is back. Favorite bear? I don't have a favorite bear. They're all the frickin' same. I don't like any of them. My favorite bear is actually a cub, and it's Addison Russell, the shortstop who plays for the Chicago Cubs. He is a very good baseball player. He's a very good at being a shortstop. And worse. Here's this one that I wanted. Ugh. I got a new mat for my chair, and it hasn't been broken in yet, so there's just like spots where the wheels have been sitting there, like sunk in more than the rest of it into the carpet, and it's yeah, it just, I can't roll it very easily yet. It's better than rolling on carpet, though. I don't think I would have wanted to do that for a whole year or more. Well, endgame pass Avatar. I hope not. Avatar was really good. I don't want a frickin' Marvel, corporate Marvel movie to... One of the news articles is just a lie for Brazil. Let me look it up. I've been to Brazil once before for I think a couple weeks. It was either 1 or 2 weeks. It was for the Rotary International Convention in Sao Paulo, which was really cool. Like, that was the first time that I've been in a different country that I like didn't know, that I didn't speak the language of. Like, that was the second country that I have, like, because I've been to Canada before, which that was a long time ago. No, I was only there for a little bit, for like a couple days. And, you know, Canada, you can just go to and fro if you live in the U.S. Like, I don't think you need a passport to get in and out, because, like, as long as you have a valid driver's license, you can just go in and out of Canada, you know. But Brazil was the first time I, like, experienced a different culture. It was fun. And then the next 3 countries I went to were France, Switzerland, and Germany, which that was really cool. I don't know about the political climate in Brazil. Like I haven't been I don't keep up with foreign politics that much. I don't keep up with US politics that much, so I just know that everyone hates Trump, but he's freaking there's like no reason for it other than he just is an asshole sometimes. But I've heard like previously there was a president or something in Brazil that was like corrupted. I think it's been like a couple of presidents. I don't know. Don't know much about foreign politics, like I said. One thing I noticed in Brazil that I found interesting was there's like no government regulation on freaking phone companies. It looks like so they're on like billboards and trucks. You'd see three different phone numbers because you can't call from one phone company to another or something like that. So you had to have like three phone lines for businesses. Um, and for phone poles, like on telephone poles, there were like hundreds of cables running because of um, the phone companies. Like it wasn't regulated, so they could just hang up however many cables they wanted to. It was nutty, which I had never considered was like a thing that you'd have to regulate like the companies. And I want to see if I have like pictures from Sao Paulo. Let's see. I have some really nice photos actually from Sao Paulo. It was I have a video of a guy juggling. I'm trying to find a picture of. No, all my photos are like really nice. Like let's just pull this up. Like take a look at my these are some nice ass pictures. That one's lame, lame, lame. That one I entered into a freaking county fair and I got a blue ribbon. Lame, lame. Just swans. That one's nice. That one's freaking cool looking. That one I got a blue ribbon for. I don't know. There's like a statue. It was in a park. I thought this guy was a really good street performer too. I remember him being pretty good. Fun. Fun in foreign countries. You how to resize objects in Scribblenauts. You type big or small. You say like small baby. You can also make any object pregnant, which like after a while it'll like pop out a smaller version of that. Oh god, I closed out the in the object editor, yeah. But usually you just if to solve someone's problems, what I've heard is you just get another person. Like if someone needs like a wall painted, you just like spawn in a painter. Okay, what else? Enough talking about my vacations to other countries. I gotta find the only good character in this show, recurring character, is Ranger Tabes. I don't remember what episode. Is it this one? Nah. I'm like going through all of these. Ranger Tabes debuted in season 2. Favorite color? Red. Favorite aesthetic color? Pink. And like generally pink and purple are good, are like my second favorite. I don't know what kind of background music I'm going to put in this video. Also, I don't think I'm going to put like too many clips in, because this show's not like a clip. You don't really want to show off this show, you know. Can I find the season 4? Season 4. Read me. Resolution. Yeah, okay. Put number 999 by Nepo in the background. I don't freaking know that song. I'm gonna get a copyright claim if I do that. You guys don't know how copyright works. Let me look up. Freaking, it's copyrighted music. I can't put that in there. I just looked it up. I mean, the Ren and Stimpy soundtrack is copyrighted music, but I've ended up putting that in like sneaking away with it. I might just do that with this one, or I might just use Saucer Pan's music again, or just Cirsa music. See you later, Frogia. Have a good break from the stream. Make sure everyone who's here, now that I have your while I have your attention, you know, if you're not in the Discord server, check out the link in the description of the stream and join the Discord server. If you also, link in the description is free trial to Amazon Prime. If you do a 30-day free trial, you support me directly. And yeah. Also like the stream, send it to your friends, send my channel to your friends. I don't say that enough to like share my videos around, because that's usually how my videos get the most attention is on like other websites and stuff. Interestingly enough. How long is the stream gonna be up? Probably till I get all the clips that I want in place. Estimated time? I don't frickin' know. I usually end after 2 hours, but I feel like this video is going to take a little bit longer. Too late on the Amazon thing. Dang. I gotta peel off there. So on the floor mat that I got from my chair, there's a sticker, and I haven't peeled that off. So I'm gonna peel it off right now. You might hear some like sticker peeling ASMR if I do it. Give me a sec. There, do you hear that? Let's do it again. Hold on. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna take this over to the trash, which is across the room. I freaking take off my headphones because the cable's not long enough. Okay. I will, join my Discord. I thought you were already in my Discord. Huh. Like, I swear you were in here. No, you're not. Huh. Whatever. I kind of don't like something about Cartoon Network that I don't like is all of their shows are in 11-minute segments instead of like half-hour segments like a lot of other shows are. And you know, what's a good example of an episode of a show that's in like My Little Pony's in freaking 22-minute segments. Goddamn Code Lyoko was. And they don't do that anymore. Does anyone remember when Valve wanted to do or when Adult Swim like came to Valve and said like we want to do like a 10-episode Team Fortress 2 miniseries in Source Filmmaker? That would have been cool, but Valve wasn't like cooperating, which is sad. Because that would have been awesome to have a TF2 show. Yeah, Steven Universe suffers because of they don't get enough time to like do stuff in one episode, which is why like I'm thinking of making my cartoon, which I'm calling Project A, for a while. Like if I'm referring to Project A, that means I'm talking about my cartoon that I want to make. I want it, if I do pitch it to a network, like if I want to pitch it to Cartoon Network, I'm going to make sure that I can get it to be a 22-minute segment show or 22-minute episode show instead of 11-minute, because I feel like 22 minutes you can do a lot more in and like establish a lot of lore, not lore, but like something. I see Cartoon Network schedule. I know where to find it. Let me look it up. I remember one time it was like 90% Teen Titans Go, and that was like the dark times of Cartoon Network. There's a Tumblr page, cnschedulearchive.tumblr.com. And it's mostly Gumball, it's mostly Teen Titans Go. Like pretty balanced between those two. But yeah. God damn it, freaking Steam notifications. I forget to go on Do Not Disturb when I do that, so 22-minute show, yeah. Yeah, I'd probably go with Nickelodeon, but at the same time, Nickelodeon gets a lot of bad reputation. I might, if I really am feeling up to it, I might go with, if I do end up pitching it, which I'm hoping that I can actually I can make a pilot, I can make a what do you call it? I can make a pilot, I can pitch it, and I'm really hoping that I can do that. But if I do end up doing all that, I might go with the more edgy route and pitch it to Adult Swim. I don't know, maybe. I kind of want it to be a kids show though. Aren't episodes of DuckTales, like the new DuckTales, in 22-minute segments? I think they are. I need a clip of Teen Titans Go. What the hell is DC Kids? I like looked up Teen Titans Go, and like all of these clips are on DC Kids. Is that a channel? Because I know Cartoon like Teen Titans Go isn't a Cartoon Network original. Interestingly enough, even though, wait, no, never mind. Because DC isn't owned by Turner. I'm gonna do this one because this is the episode that I actually think is pretty good. Give me a sec. Night Begins to Shine is the best episode of Teen Titans Go, I think. There it is. Okay. I always forget where scale to frame size is on that list. And someone's gonna say that I'm cheating because I'm using that episode. But if it's a legitimately good episode, then I don't care. Like, their argument is invalid. I don't know too much about I'm not one to hate on Teen Titans Go. Like, I'll praise it for doing its job well. Like, just the same as I'd praise SpongeBob for being like the cash cow for Nickelodeon. I won't complain about a popular show being bad as long as kids like it. But if it's like legitimately bad and like kids shouldn't enjoy it, then yeah. 12 Red Blue, how's it going? What's this video? This is the We Bare Bears review, and We Bare Bears sucks. It's worse than Teen Titans Go. It's worse than Total Drama Daycare. It's bad. You respectfully disagree. Well, then you'll have to what do you call it? Watch through my the arguments that I make in this video. I need a different clip of that show, because I only got one clip, and I don't think that one clip is going to be enough. My argument for the show being bad is that it's just boring, like straight up just bad. Like, the characters are boring, so like they kind of ruin the plots to all the episodes. And you know, the art style in Teen Titans Go is actually like appealing to look at and not just drab and faded. Oh, shit. Okay. But there are, I guess I haven't seen any of, like, the notoriously bad episodes of Teen Titans Go, so I don't really know what people, like... When people complain, I don't really know what they're talking about. I remember one time I was in a hospital, and like the only thing, the only channel like for cartoons that they had, or like the only channel that was playing anything remotely interesting, was Cartoon Network, and it was on Teen Titans Go. So I was just sitting in this freaking hospital watching Teen Titans Go for like 2 hours while the freaking like doctor put this echocardiogram thing on my heart, because I had some issue with my heart when I was a kid, and then they said like, oh, let's do a checkup after 10 years of discovering it, and then there was nothing. But they had to check on me. That's a story. I don't know what the issue with my heart was, but they had to do like an echo on it, and it was weird. Yeah, Totally Spies apparently was really good. That actually, what was it? That was like on Cartoon Network, I think. That played side by side with Code Lyoko, I believe, if I remember correctly. I didn't watch it. I've never watched it though. I know about it. But We Bare Bears is just boring, and that's why I don't like it. And yeah, shows like that were kind of fetishy, like at that time and in that block in Maguzi. Um, Code Lyoko has had some like fetishy stuff in it too. I think it's just like a French thing. Like a lot of my friend Craig, who's shown up to the stream before, he showed me Wakfu, which I might watch through. Like I'm going to watch through, and I might do a review of it depending on how much I enjoy it. And it like in episode 1, I watched through like half of episode 1, and there were some like weirdly lewd things happening in that show. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was a guy like sitting in the bathroom or like the outhouse reading like a Playboy or something like that. That was and it's a French show, so I think the French cartoons don't have like such big restrictions as they do in the U.S. here. I don't even know what the heck. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now, but best thing France best thing France has done since human rights. Wow. Okay, that's what I want. You gonna print some stuff? Do it, dude. Go print some stuff. It's go kill some trees, you know? One thing that I hate about people complaining about people, killing trees is that, trees are farmed. They're not just like cutting down Like the rainforest being cut down and like paper being made is two separate events. They're not tied together at all. They plant the trees, they grow them for a couple years, and then they cut them down, and then they plant new ones where they cut down those old ones. It's easy. It's not easy, but it's not complicated. Is what I'm trying to say. That's such a subtle change, like you can barely tell it's happening. Just because of how like faded these colors are in the whole show. Panda doesn't change at all. No, he doesn't. Wow. What the heck was I doing next? I need the San Francisco Zoo. After I find some pictures of the San Francisco Zoo, I'm going to take a break and take a bathroom break is what I'm trying to say. Yes, this is a good image. What the hell? Hold on. Oh, you know what? That's what's wrong. Okay. See you later, Frogia. I will probably still be streaming by the time you get back. I might go for a couple more hours since I have the freedom to do that now. But at the moment, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna hit the BRB screen. I'm going to find some music to play. What's a good track that won't get me a copyright claim or won't get like the stream taken down? Like a good long track. I always go to the Katamari Damacy soundtrack, and I don't think I want to do that this time. How about the Bastion soundtrack? That's about a 5-minute song. Ah, God, hold on. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. You guys enjoy this music while I take a bathroom break. Be back in a minute. I'm back. I don't know how long how long I've been gone. but I had to take a poop. But I'm back, and we're back to editing. Being this big of a problem watching other cartoons. Everything else I've watched had really good color choices. Okay. I'm gonna get some Steven Universe clips because let's see. Because I want some good, I want an example of like good color choices for cartoons. You gave him checkers and it worked. I like that. King me. Excellent. Decided to use the Photoshop eyedropper tool on the actual San Francisco Zoo. I've never thought of this being this big of a problem watching other cartoons. Everything. Okay. Let's see.
The whole point of coming here was to check on the cluster.
Stop singing! Rose Quartz takes priority. Get back to the bridge and set a course for Homeworld.
Go to Earth, they said. It'll be easy, they said.
Everything else I've watched had really good color choices, or if it did use a drab color palette, it was at. Now I need a Boondocks clip, cause I talk about Boondocks. I want to do the nigga moment Boondocks clip because that's the clip that everyone knows, or like that's the episode everyone knows. That's the first episode of Boondocks that I've watched. But at the same time, like this clip that I found has really terrible quality. God damn it. Okay. I turn this volume back down so I don't get a. Okay, this is a good clip. So we're going from Teen Titans Go to Boondocks. What a transition that is. Also, Isaac Cypher, how's it going? I don't know if I've seen you around. I don't know if you're still sticking around. But welcome to the stream. Oh god. Okay. I gotta watch Boondocks. This is a... one's chatting. We like lost a bunch of people from the from watching. I know Frogia and what's his name left. Meowthfan. I do want to check. Okay. You don't have anything interesting today to say today? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Import into project. There we go. I really like that in the previous version of Premiere, you had to, when you took a screenshot from a timeline, you had to go find the screenshot and bring it back in, but now they just have like an option to just instantly put it in. React to coil? What? I'm not reacting to anything, first of all, and I don't know what coil is. Can I deep fry this? I need to deep fry this because I have like some ear rape in this, so I gotta deep fry this, which I think I can do like this. If I can. Nah, that's not gonna work. You know what? Look at this. Wait, if I do this, look how much better that color is just by doing that. I don't know how that works, but it looks so faded. Let's try. Color wheels? Nah. I need to do something different for color correction. First of all, let's crank the contrast. Yeah, that's good. And then let's do a... It's spelled donut. That's how you spell it. What happens if I equalize it after the fact? Oh, I need to do a sharpen. Hold on. Unsharp mask. I didn't do anything because the contrast is too high. Okay, that's pretty deep fried. I think that's good enough. Okay, mouth fan is still here. Cool. I didn't even see that until just now. Hold on. I don't... This is so hard for me to do because I just don't enjoy this show. And it's hard to work on things that I don't enjoy. Oh yeah, I thought you left. I thought you were one of them. No, only, who was it? Frogia and Colgri left? Hold on. Okay. I was looking at something else. Sorry for not reading chat. Have you ever played Drawn to Life? No, I don't know what that is. I want to see, out of curiosity, and while I'm thinking about it, I looked up the Cartoon Network schedule for... I looked it up earlier, and I want to know how much We Bare Bears is actually playing. It's 7th. They still play Mighty Magiswords? Are you kidding me? I haven't seen that show. What time does that play? Because I haven't seen that show in ages. It plays at like 11:30. Okay, so I'm not even home then, so that makes more sense. Oh, when the heck is... When is, what do you call it? Infinity Train supposed to start coming out? Because I'm excited for a new adventure show on Cartoon Network. I'm basically excited for any show to come out right now. Like Victor and Valentino, I've been watching that because it's promising, and like the shows that I watch right now, like Steven Universe isn't getting episodes until like the movie comes out. I'm guessing if it's going to even be continued after the movie, which I don't think it is personally. Um, Miraculous Ladybug gets like 2 episodes a month, and yeah, I I am like desperate for something to watch. So I'm watching like old episodes of House just while I play No Man's Sky all day. Let's get one more season 3 because I didn't use enough season 3 in this. I like to balance out what seasons I use. I don't like this. I don't like the looks of this one. It's hard to find different looking episodes because they all look the same. They all have the same art style and stuff, or they all have the same color palette. Or in an episode of like Steven Universe, each episode has like a unique palette to look at. I don't know how to explain it. Oh wait, that's Steven Universe. Let's throw this on there. Let's set... Okay. What next? So I have the clips in place, meaning there's a couple spots. No, there's this one spot that I want to I want to take a screenshot. I want to take a screenshot of this one. Okay. Oh, what the hell is this? I'm looking at this live control room for YouTube. What is this? This is weird. Huh. I'll have to try this next time I stream. I'm gonna try out that new page. So I'm gonna do okay, is there like a palette maker? Hold on. I'm trying to sync up some welcome back, Colgry. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this in Photoshop. Uh, okay. File. Open. Pictures. And screenshots. Why do I have Flight Simulator X screenshots? Okay, so let's make a file, new, custom. Let's just do it by like 100 by or 500. No, 100 by 500. Sure. And then, oh god. Oh, is this by inches? Damn it. Hold on. Image adjustments. Image size. Okay. Can I just do 1 pixel per inch? Okay, that actually works. Nice. So if I do, wait, 0, 10, okay, let's just do it by 100. Shit. Good enough. So we'll take an eyedropper tool to like some nice looking colors. Then we're gonna take the paint bucket tool, or we're gonna do then a paint bucket tool, which I don't know where the heck it is. There it is. No layers. Well, what the heck? Oh. How's it going, everyone? I got nothing to talk about, so I'm gonna do what I always do: is ask, what did everyone have for breakfast today? I had a ham, mayo, and Munster cheese sandwich with on whole grain 12 grain bread, which is pretty good. Why does it not select a layer by default? That's bizarre. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You can never go wrong. Goddamn frickin' shit. Okay, let's save this one. Save as. Let's do a PNG so we don't lose any colors. TTG palette. I spell palette wrong all the time. And then let's file new 1 pixel per inch just to make it easy. And do the same thing. Wait. Okay. There we go. No one else had breakfast today? Meowthfan was the only one who had breakfast. I need to open up the other photo file. Open. Let's do some So will Paint Bucket work on just one segment? No, it won't. Two slices of Domino's pizza for breakfast. That doesn't sound like the worst breakfast ever, but it's not the best. Not a very good breakfast. Ooh, but like 2 in the afternoon. Yeah. I still eat cold pizza. I had cold pizza for supper. Because that's what I had in the fridge. I had a entire cold pizza that I had to cut up because it was never cut up. Okay. That is the We Bear Bears palette, which is not a very pleasant one to look at. Okay, now I have to bring those. I have some notifications on Discord. I lost them. Cool. I didn't lose them. They're right here. Ugh. Ugh. And the air conditioning is turning back on because apparently it's still kind of warm in here. I don't think it's still warm, so give me a second. I'm gonna go shut that off. Hold on. I'm back. And, yeah. Okay, so the video's basically done, I'd say. Let's find... No, let's get some music in. What kind of music? Should I just use... So let's vote between... I'm gonna do this real quick. Let's see how this actually works out. So if you might have to refresh your page. If you go to the top right corner of the video and click on the cards there, at the bottom, actually I can just get rid of these. Okay, you don't even have to refresh. It's right there. So you can vote for the music if you click on the little icon at the top right corner of your video. I want to see what what are people voting for? What music should I be using? Music from Ren and Stimpy, Circe music, or Saucer Pan music? Because I have access. Not yeah, I have all three downloaded. It's looking like no one's voting. That's what it looks like to me. Top right corner of the video. Go vote. Click the little icon. Go vote. Doesn't show how many. No, I'm the only one who's voted. 100% Ren and Stimpy, which is only me who put the vote in, because I can't see the poll results until I vote myself. I don't think I don't know. Okay, and you. Okay. So Ren and Stimpy soundtrack is winning by 1 vote. Shit. I'm like watching that. Well, I might just bring those in. Shit. Okay, that's a good one. Hold on. You're gonna have to listen to this. I haven't shown this off in a long time. I made that a long time ago, and yeah. It's a high quality rip. No, I made that. I mean, you could call it a high quality rip, but it's not a. So we're going with Ren and Stimpy. Okay. I have the Ren and Stimpy soundtrack right here. And I'm going through. I like that one. I like that one to start off. Let's just drag this in. Because I don't use any show clip. I don't have any show clips with audio in this review, so I don't have to worry about it. This show. I've been watching this show off and on basically since it. Audio track mixer. It came out. I was fine with it for the longest time, but some kind of distaste for it just built up in the back of my mind after every episode I watched. Until it finally got to the point that I'm making this video. When will this video come out? Thursday. It's a lot harder to write videos about things I don't like. The script for my Why I Dislike Undertale video went through 4 or 5 rewrites before I was able to voice my thoughts properly. I'm going to try my best to write this video properly the first time. I've thought this through for weeks, and I think I know how to voice myself properly. Let's start out like any other review. We Bare Bears is about 2 bears and a panda trying to live in a normal human society. Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy who points out that pandas aren't bears. What? They are bears now? So does that mean Pluto's a planet again? What? I guess my whole life is a lie then. Why was I told that pandas aren't bears for so long? I have to reevaluate myself, but that can wait. So We Bare Bears is about 3 bears living in San Francisco of all places. They do normal human stuff though in normal human adjusting society, these and everyone just accepts it. Nobody freaks out when 3 huge bears just walk into a restaurant. I'll turn this down a bit so it's not confusing to hear my voice over the video. There's some kind of conspiracy or class divide going on in the animal kingdom, but that's not for this video. On paper, this could be the most charming show you've ever watched. 3 adorable bears going on regular slice. Okay, I might cut that song there. And let's listen to some more. I like this. This is a good, nice sounding one. So We Bare Bears is about 3 bears living in San Francisco, of all places. They do normal human stuff, though, in normal human society, and everyone just accepts it. Oh, I've actually used this song before in a previous video. Huh. 3 huge bears just walk into a restaurant. But there are other animals that don't do human things, or even talk. There's some kind of conspiracy or class divide going on in the animal kingdom, but that's not for this video. On paper, this could... Go do some geography homework, man. There's a... Learn about the world, you know? Be the most charming show you've ever watched. 3 adorable bears, and each of their personalities can be described in just a few words. Grizz is a douchebag dude bro jock. Panda is a weeaboo. Ice Bear is quiet and mysterious. These are the shallowest main characters I've ever seen in a slice of life show. Compare them to some main characters in a different slice of life show, and for this example, I'm going to use My Little Pony. This show has 6 main characters that are all written to have their own motives and emotions. An example I'm going to use is, Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Applejack. Of course, you can describe Applejack with a few words. Pony who works on the farm. But she's way more than that. She has Okay, so let's see how this ends. Flaws. You can't see inside this character's mind. You can't imagine what he's thinking. This character... Someone keep freaking messaging me on Discord. Let me look. Okay. It wasn't important. It was Pro-Man showing me scribble knots, which... I don't get pings on Discord when I am streaming, because streamer mode enables when OBS is open, and then, you know... one thing leads to another, and I don't end up getting notifications. Okay, let's look at some more... I love French accordion music, I've learned. Which is part of the reason I bought an accordion, is so I could learn to play stuff like that. This character isn't a real person. He's a shell, a puppet to whoever wrote this episode. The side characters are even worse. If the main characters are one-dimensional, the side characters are zero-dimensional. They have one trait, and that's it. Most of them are somehow douchebag. Nom Nom is just straight-up douchebag. Charlie is creepy douchebag. Chloe is whiny child douchebag. The exception is Ranger Tabes, who is like the best recurring character in this whole show. She has personality, motives, emotions, ambitions. Same goes for the one-off background characters. For whatever reason, the characters that show up in one episode and never again are the most interesting characters in the whole show. What I'm getting from this, and let me tell you, is this show boring. I think it's actually a result of the characters being boring. Yeah, I ever watched Reboot? I heard it's bad. So I haven't yet. I will eventually. Because everyone tells me that, like, after I made my Code Lyoko review, everyone's like, "Oh, it's like Reboot." And I don't know anything about that show. I just know it has really bad CGI. Go to volume 2 of the soundtrack. Oh, that was a big that's just yodeling. I don't want yodeling. Let's do... I like that. That's actually a nice sound. Take the plot from any episode in this show, make it into an episode of SpongeBob, and you've got something golden. Well, I can't say that about every episode, since there are a lot of mundane stories in the show. Panda sneezes and it becomes a viral video. Riveting. The stories that are good are ruined by these characters, though. A lot of the episodes involve them getting into some kind of absurd situations, but they make it boring each time. You know exactly how they're going to react, exactly what they're going to say every time something happens. Maybe it was cool the first time, but once you've watched a couple of episodes, it gets old. I said at the beginning of this video that I thought Teen Titans Go of all shows was better than We Bare Bears. I'd go as far to say that it's leaps and bounds ahead of We Bare Bears. My justification is that it's appealing.
not to me specifically.
Okay, that's a good level.
My biggest question, with so much money, why is it still around? The episodes must be really cheap to make, because that's the only reason I can think of right now. So, of course, would I recommend this show? No, not to anyone. I don't know a single person who would enjoy this show.
Let's get one more track, and that's all I'm gonna have to have for that. I do like this one.
Show enough that I'd actually go tell them to watch it. You know what? I'm gonna actively encourage people not to watch this show. Don't boost its ratings. Let it die so we can make more room for newer, better shows on Cartoon Network. Victor and Valentino is actually really promising so far, and I'm sure Infinity Train will be fantastic. Cartoon Network needs an Adventure Time and regular show for a new generation, and we need room for them to exist. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more cartoon reviews, movie and show discussion, or miscellaneous ranting. Thanks everyone for watching.
Okay. That is the end of the video. I'm gonna find a good potential screenshot. It's gotta be them stacked, I believe. It has to be them stacked. Because that's like how you know you're watching We Bare Bears, is you see a stack of bears. So let's start going through. Let's just start going through plain episodes. Hold on. God damn it. I wish they were on the other side there. I don't know. They don't stack in this episode either. Not in this one. I can't find a good one where they stack. Just a plain ass bear stack. And one good enough that I can like crop out the Cartoon Network logo, which might be this one. Let's see. I think that one will suffice, I believe. Let's do that. Open it in Photoshop. File. Open. Screenshots. It's not a good thing to not have enough desk space. I thought that said disk space. And it's also not a good thing to not have much disk space. Let's do 16 by 9 because that's how big, that's the ratio for Let's see if I can do something clever. Let me... Because this is going to be this is going to be like that small when you're actually looking at it. So if I do something like this... Ah, that was actually really clean. Wow. Let's do title. What font? First of all, let me get the logo. Plop that there. Let's find a... Jesus Christ, that's huge. Let's move this down here and adjust it until we have a kind of bubbly looking... You know, I wish impact was like smooth, because that's what I'd want. There's all these like foreign things that I don't use ever that just come with Adobe software. Let's see what happens if I make these bold. Or let's just do source code pro. Source code variable is a good one. I can make that black, but that's still rigid looking. Source sans variable? No, it's the same thing. Okay. I need a sans serif I'll just have to use Comic Sans, you know? It looks so bad, though. I hate Comic Sans so much. All these things look the same. Might just, like, make it capital. Let's do this real quick. Get the same white as that. Let's get a... Let's make it bigger. Click OK. Let's put an outline or a stroke on there. Make it a lot smaller. And of course, make it the same color as that. Probably put a drop shadow behind everything. Drop shadow. And do the same thing for this layer. And that looks like a pretty good thumbnail. Not half bad. I work as a teacher, not a teacher, but like a teacher's assistant, or not even a teacher's assistant. I work as a special ed like aide right now. I was a teacher's assistant for a while. But I do still work at an elementary school. Let's do Control-Shift-S. Control-Shift-S. Okay. Pictures as a PNG. Save it as bears. Hold on. We Wear Bear's thumb, and that's a thumbnail. Now, next thing to do is File, Export, Media, and we'll rename this as YouTube 1080p. It'll be about almost a gigabyte. That's a large file. I've been rendering my videos into 1080p, which makes my freaking things large. My video file's pretty big. And let's queue it up. And I can close Photoshop now. Out of the 3 bears, which is my favorite, none of them, because they're all boring. Maybe Panda, because he's actually the one who has even a hint of a personality, if anything. Did I buy my Adobe stuff? I did. I got a school discount for, I think it was like $200 for a whole year of all of the Adobe products. And they pay for themselves because, you know, I use Premiere to make a video, and then I sell that video for a good amount of money, and then it makes a lot of money. I don't know. So this is rendering. That's rendering now. I can close Premiere. Let's do a quick Control S. I'm not going to let you watch it because that is for Thursday. You get to watch it on Thursday. But now I still have some time to do some stuff, so I'm going to hit BRB right real quick. And give me a minute and I'll come back. I'll figure out something more to do to stream for a little while longer. See you in a while. Give me a minute. I'm back. And I don't know what I want to do next. I can't upload the video on stream because it'll kill my bitrate because I don't have a very good upload speed here. I'm going to be upgrading internet probably next month. And I should have better internet by then. But yeah, we'll see what happens, but I can't upload anything right now without killing my stream. So I'll have to upload it off stream. So what do people want me to do for what do people want me to do for another like hour or two? Because I'm still caffeinated up. I'm still hopped up and ready to keep streaming. Because I had a kickstart, which has a lot of caffeine in it. Oh, fucking Kahoot, dude. I should do that. As long as there's enough people, we can do a Kahoot. I'm gonna look up a Kahoot, you know? I wish I had... I mean, it would be a lot more fun with more people. But, you know, I don't, like, know... Oh, boy. I haven't played Kahoot in like a week. Cause you know, I'm at an elementary school, so you know, Kahoot is a thing that happens pretty often. I'll have to freaking sign in. Like, you joking me? Like, I have to have an account to actually play it? That's dumb. Or not to play it, but to like, oh, explore games. Let's see this. News quiz of the week. Oh, they didn't do a new one since November 2018. Damn. I don't want to play. I don't think I have Roblox installed. So I don't think Roblox is going to be an option. I've played Roblox on stream once in my life, and it did not turn out the best, to say the very least. I can take a look at my Steam library. Let's scroll through this. Let's see. Steam library. Some stuff I don't have installed. I have Watch Dogs 2. I don't have my Wii set up, otherwise I would stream more, I would try to finish Ocarina of Time. What happened exactly? What do you mean what happened exactly? Like, how was the universe created? I don't frickin' know. Something exploded in the Roblox thing. Basically nothing. I went back to a couple of the old games that I remember playing, and I don't even remember after that. All I know is that Survive the Disasters is like still a thing, and they keep upgrading it and stuff. But the old one was taken down, and my VIP t-shirt doesn't work for it anymore. We could do another like movie night. Like, watch my old videos. Skyrim VR. I don't have the stream set up for VR right now, so I can't do that. I don't want to play No Man's Sky again because I did like 3 No Man's Sky streams in a row. Sure, why not? What? Half-Life? I could do Half-Life. Did I ever... I was playing Black Mesa on Twitch, I believe. The video thing. Yeah, I could do that. TF2. I don't really like playing TF2 on stream because it doesn't give me a chance to read chat. Let's see. There are a lot of controllers that I'd want to have or a lot of games that I'd want to have a controller for. Ooh, Sanctum. I haven't played Sanctum in a bit. Or Sanctum 2, which isn't as good. But Sanctum I'm going to install because I haven't played that in a long time. And this is a game that I played back when I used to leave my computer running overnight and just leave games running overnight. So that's the only reason I have 124 hours in this game. Because I think I left it running for like 5 days straight without turning it off. Is Steam safe to install? What kind of question is that? How have you... It's a freaking $3 billion corporation making this thing. It's not just some backwater like website selling or giving games out. Steam is likely the safest program to install. And there's a shit ton of free games on it, like Team Fortress 2. Let's see what like free to play games are coming out recently or upcoming new and trending. Okay, let's see. Just out of curiosity, I like to browse Steam every once in a while, especially the free to play games cuz there's no you don't lose anything for like trying out a free to play game. Neon Beats. This actually looks pretty dope. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, is this like Impossible game or whatever? Oh, this actually freaking looks cool. And I bet it has a really good soundtrack. Oh, I'm installing this. Because this actually looks really cool. I'm gonna get a second Switch dock because if you didn't know, I moved into a new apartment, so I have a few rooms. My Switch is set up in the living room and my computer is set up in my bedroom, meaning I don't have a Switch dock to stream with right now. So I'm gonna have to go at some point and get another Switch dock. Dodge the wall? What the hell? Never split the party. Oh, this looks cool, actually. I wanna install this because I'm probably gonna play it at a LAN party. There's a 48-hour LAN party coming up that I'm part of this gamers club at my old school, and I like to go to the LAN parties. So I need some games that I could play with like 4 people or more, which I like to play Left 4 Dead 2 with people. And I'm super excited for the spring sale coming up because I'm probably gonna get a bunch of shit when that happens. But what else? I'm gonna try this on stream. How about that? Let's try it out. If it ever shows up, I don't think it's gonna show up like this. This is kind of cool. I don't know how loud the music is. I'm gonna turn that down a bit because it seems pretty loud. Okay, tutorial. WSD? Okay. Spacebar to jump. I'm enjoying this. Ah. Oh, this is so cool. Hold on. God damn it. This is I like it. Oh. I am enjoying this. Simple, basic. That downloaded fast. This is like a freaking 10 megabyte game. Of course it downloaded fast. And it's got a bumpin' soundtrack. I mean, it's called Beat something. What is it? What am I playing? Neon Beats. Okay, that's what I'm playing. Oh. Also, you can't say that downloaded fast because Canada has the internet of a third world country. Ah, shit. Damn it. Blech. This is fun to chill and just like, oh shit. Who the heck is calling me? Hold on, give me a frickin' second. Jesus Christ. I don't know who this is. I'm not answering right now. I got a message I'm saying. Someone from this random server that I know. "60 megabits is not a bad speed. Though I care more about the upload speed than the download speed. This is a frickin' charming game. Ah, shit. I needed a good platformer. Oh. I have an idea. I don't know what that... Damn it. I feel like there's a way. There has to be a way. Yep. Cheesed. Ah, damn it. That was actually pretty dope. Damn it. Ooh, what's this? That's kind of cool. I didn't do the beat. Shit. I don't know how to do this. Hold on. Ah. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good at this game. Okay. Damn it. Oh, and I start all the way from the bottom. Are you kidding me? Okay, let me read chat for a second. Canada is a third world banana republic. I bet the average internet speed in a banana republic is actually better than the average speed in the entirety of Canada. Oh, this is cool. Ah! I like it. Oh, wait, there's a frickin' thing down there. Yeah! Damn it. Damn it! Why is, like, the frickin' chill song game the most difficult thing? Wait, I have an idea. No, I can't do it. Damn it. Damn it. This game is just damn it the game. Ah! I'm dead. No, come on. Okay. Thank Christ that part is over, and I win. God damn, that was a good... That was some cool music, though. I like this game. I recommend it. If you have Steam and you have a computer, go check out Neon Beats. This is entertaining as hell. It's not like impossible though. It's just rather difficult. Oh, I see. Oh, this is freaking mixing me up. This is dope. This game is freaking sick. Oh, this is awesome. Damn it. That is cool. Oh, this is the coolest thing. Ah, shit. Damn it, what the hell? Ah. I don't even know. Okay. I get to like any area with spikes over a pit. And I just can't pull it off. Or, like, the platforms are over a pit of spikes. Damn it. And I hit the spacebar or something and it like messed up my Wow. Can I get to another part of this song? There we go. No. Okay, good. It didn't start me from the bottom. Ooh. Hey, no. There's gotta be, like, a secret. Okay. 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 Oh. Oh. God damn it. This is cool. Go, everyone who has a computer, everyone's got a computer, go download this this game, because this is sick. Ah. Down the elevator. Oh, here we go again. Christ almighty. I am good at this game. This is cool. Okay, have I ever played Rhythm Paradise? I've heard of it. I'm gonna look it up. Is it on Steam? Okay, let's quit real quick. I want to see Rhythm Paradise. Rhythm Paradise have not played it. It's not on Steam. I'm gonna Google it real quick. Rhythm Paradise. Oh, it's a DS game. Okay. I never owned a DS, so I wouldn't know anything about it. But I think give me a sec. Okay. I think I'm gonna end off the stream right here. So everyone who came, thanks for coming, thanks for watching. Everyone who's still here and hasn't joined the Discord, go ahead and do that. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed to my channel. Share my channel with other to your friends who think they would enjoy an average sounding man talk about video games and editing on the internet. That'd be nice to have some more people watching. Thanks everyone for coming by, and that's the end of the stream today.